Hello, ladies and gentlemen, toy enthusiasts and those new to Tough Nerd Toys LLC. I'm your host, Uncle Nerd, and welcome to another exciting episode of Busted Open. Busting it open since 2007, and today we will be reviewing Master Universe Revelations Andra, a Netflix original series. Now, okay, I had my issues with Andra because of the simple fact that, if coming from the Filmation series, Andra she wasn't black, all right? Now, I don't mind when they do some race swapping, but sometimes they just do it a little bit too much, and it totally destroys the original character content that the character was created upon. This character right here, regardless of how I felt about the show, from the box, I absolutely loved it. So I had to pick it up. And mind you, they sent me mines like this with a little bit of hole on the top and stuff like that. And you can catch this action figure if you're looking to purchase it. We're in a better box, of course, at toughnerdtoys.com. Yeah, Tough Nerd Toys has opened up their shop again. So, we'll be carrying some stuff for you guys, whatever the case may be. You can give me some suggestions of things that you want on the site, want to see on the site. But yeah, check out toughnerdtoys.com. We are now open up for business. So yeah. Now, getting into the box right here. The box is it's a typical window box that you get with these Master Universe figures. Let me bring this a little bit closer right here. Typical window box that you get with the Master Universe Revelations or Masterverse figures right here. Got Masterverse at the top right there with some graphics, 30 points of articulation, barcode over here. Has a Mattel logo right down there, Master Universe Revelations. Andra down at the bottom. Has Andra, Heroic Officer of Eternos, on the side right here. And over here you have some nice box art of her in her mask and cloak wrapped around her, and she's looking very, very nice. I'm loving the artwork on here on the side of the box. And even wow, that is some beautiful artwork. I love the way they did her face in there. And it says over here, it says, Andra, Heroic Officer of Eternos. The brains of Tila's brawn, Andra dreams of being a hero, while her crestfallen partner tries to leave that life behind. The starry-eyed scavenger always has a technological trick up her sleeve, whether using her genius to create inventions or relying on her scrappiness and speed to evade evil. Andra reminds all Eternians what heroes are and what they can be again. And yeah, if you want to, you can pause that and, read it. And over here we have the other characters within the line. We have Stinkor, which I have, Scareglow, Andra, and Fisto. Fisto is in the playlist for the Master Universe, Masterverse figures. And yeah, these guys look great. Honestly, this line right here, or this series, this wave right here was absolutely beautiful. I loved it. Besides Fisto's fist being too small. And it says empowering the next generation through play. You have the hazard symbols over there and everything like that. And Stinkor, Scareglow, Andra, Fisto. Barcodes on the bottoms. Legal mumbo jumbo. Blah, 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 blah. You have 6+ up here. Mattel down at the bottom. And I think that is it for this box, if I'm not mistaken. So what we're going to do, we're going to bust open a package and see if this little gorgeous gal is worth the scratch. All right, and here we have Andra and her accessories laid out right here. And I like the figure outside of the package, but there's a problem. Okay, and that problem is this cape right now. We'll get to this later on, but the hoodie or the cloak right here is just all over the place in terms of how you're supposed to put it on her or whatever the case may be. They don't give you any instructions, so we're gonna figure that out within the video or the review right here. But as always, let me bring this a little bit closer. I am going to go over the accessories first, and she comes with a nice blast effect done out of a clear, I would say like fuchsia or pink acrylic plastic right here, which it looks good. And I mean, like, you can plug it into her arm right here to get a nice little blast effect going on right there, which in the show you saw her use and stuff like that. Then you have over here, let me try to get her to stand. Okay, there we go. You have some hands, as you can see, nicely sculpted, nice detail, good painting apps on them. No nail beds or anything, because these, if you remember the show, these were actually, these were part of her uniform and stuff like that. So there's pretty much like a tactical glove thing going on. And you have, it has the peg on the bottom right here. Then you have the other two hands right here, same as the other ones, a little bit different in stature in terms of positioning and stuff like that. And it looks like you got like a little bit of like a knuckle duster thing going on right here, or tactical looking half-cut glove right there. Then you have this beautiful, beautiful mask right here. Now, I'm sorry, this mask is fire right here. Tons of sculpting, great paint apps going on right there. Can this open or anything like that? Because it looks like it's in sections. If you look right there, you see like different sections of it and everything like that. But it looks real good. I'm loving the gas mask effect that it has going on, or look or aesthetic it has going on right there. Nice lines within the helmet, done in a solid green, but different shades of green, light green, yellow. This is like a I would say like a mustard color, and then it goes into the orange, which are her like breathing apparatus right here. And she wore this helmet a few times, especially when she fought Stinkor within the Motu Revelations show or whatever on Netflix, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, this has some beautiful, and I mean beautiful sculpting in it. If you look real good, it's kind of like an acrylic, like it has a little bit of glitter to it within the paint right there. But look, they're sculpting in the eyes of the helmet, nice and even, good yellows right there going on. Everything's looking good, and you got the socket right there so you can pop the head off and put the other one back on and replace it with this one. It looks as though this can come off, but it cannot. I hope, maybe, no, it can't come off. But no, this is a great mask. I'm loving this mask. Can't wait to see her with it on. Now, we are going to go into the figure itself, and I'll bring it back a little bit for you. And the figure, I must say, especially this face sculpt, I will say Mattel has it nailed down when it comes to face sculpts, because they're used to doing Barbie and stuff like that. So I wouldn't expect their female faces to look bad or anything like that. I love the way it does look like an African-American woman or African woman, given the symmetry of the face and everything. The braids look very good on top of her head. Loving the dark lips, the nice even eyes and everything like that. The face sculpt is beautiful. It is very beautiful. Very beautiful. Side profile is gorgeous. Love the brown eyes that they got going on. The eyebrows look good. Everything looks good on this girl right here. I'm really loving the way they did the braids in the hair. Not that much, you got a bit of wash within the braids, but it looks good. It does look like it's separate from the head, like they put like a separate piece of plastic on here to give it that real hair look. And no, this is it's not like a sulfite or anything. This is all done in a hard plastic right there. The uniform that she has on is absolutely nice right there. Loving the knee pads, the chest guard, the straps, the utility belts that she has going on, the gauntlet that fires laser blasts and all of that stuff right there. This is looking good. The paint app on here are very good. The deco looks great. The little yellow deco that they have going on along the chest guard right here. Shoulders look great. Loving the aesthetic that they have going on with the kilt right there and the utility belt. Look at this, nice even lines right here going on with the yellow. I don't see really any bleeding, maybe a little tiny piece down there, but that's no deal breaker for me. Got textures in the pants right there, or in the utility pants. This looks good. Got straps around the boots. The boots seem to come all the way up to her thigh, which is very good. Loving the knee pads right there. Got some sculpting in the knee pads as well. Boots are done very nice. I like the way they did these boots. I totally like the way they did the boots. Everything looks good on this figure. I mean, even though she doesn't really, you know, she's a made-up character or pretty much a plagiarized an already existing white character, they did this figure very, very well. It would have been very good if they just added her into the story or made new black characters instead of just having her take the identity of somebody in the show or whatever the case may be, which is the reason why I think I have been seeing a lot of her figures sit up on the shelves in the stores and stuff, because it's not like they don't like black characters. People don't like when you just replace somebody else with something else just for diversity and inclusion and stuff like that. It's not necessary. Just create more characters. That would have been great. You could have had her with an adventure with Clamp Champ, and you know, it could have been a whole bunch of stuff going on, but they decided to make Andra black, which was not necessary. And I love black characters. I love all characters. But yeah, this figure is beautiful though. I'm loving the tactical look she has going on, and it looks great. Now here's the problem right here. This soft good right here, this has all sorts of everything going on, and it is her cloak. I do not know how they want this thing to go on. I do not have any idea how this thing is to go on, but I know I was fiddling with it for a while. What I'm going to do is come back to it, and then more than likely by the end of the video, I will have figured out how it goes. But it's a nice big cloak. I love it. I absolutely love it, but it just has all this stuff going on to where, like, I don't know Does this go through her arm? Does this wrap around? Like, where does it go? It's just all sorts of stuff. And it's not like they give you really any instructions on how to put it on. And yeah, I really like the figure. Now the figure, let me take this soft good off. Now the soft good is made out of that little cheap kind of like material, but it doesn't seem like it's going to come apart. It's just that it's just all over the place. It's just like straps, and it's just like extra pieces of what do you call that? Cloth, and it seems like it's gone Velcro. I don't know. I got to figure this out. But before the review is out, I'm going to figure out how her cloak goes on or whatever. Maybe like this, and then you can, I don't know. Maybe you can bring it around. Let me see. It's weird. It's very weird. I don't know why they just didn't make a hood, or maybe it ties around her or something like that. I don't know. But we're going to get to that. It'll be done before the review. I will figure it out before the review is done. Now, the utility belt does not come off. You have a nice utility belt right here. Doesn't come off or anything. You don't really need it to. But I'm loving the lines and sculpting and textures going on within the sculpting of this figure, especially these knee pads. I like when they put like the little bolts sticking out, or the rivets, or whatever the case may be. Boots are very nice. Got some holes on the bottom, and you got some treads on the heel, which look pretty good. Got some nice sculpting within the gauntlet blaster on her arm right here. This is looking really, really good. Really good. It's a clean figure. It's a beautiful figure too. I love the way how the uniform comes all the way up around her neck right there. Looks very good. No bleeding, no nothing. Nice even paint scheme. Everything's going good. Now, as far as articulation, you can get her head to go all the way around. You can get this arm to go around, but because of the sculpting of the shoulder pads right here, or the pauldrons as you want to call it, you can't really get too much going on. You know, you can bring it around, but it's going to be a little bit difficult. But it doesn't mean that she doesn't have the articulation. You got bicep swivel right there, double hinge elbow going on right there, some twisting and pivoting at the wrist. If you can see right there, she does have wrist and twist, you know, wrist pivoting and twisting, and she has a beautiful, beautiful ab crunch and rotation going on. Nice twist at the waist, as you can see. Beautiful leg split right there. Now, some of it's going to be inhibited due to the engineering of the kilt or the skirt right there. You got you got thigh cuts right there. You got double hinged knee. Beautiful. And this knee pad is just done in yellow plastic right there. And you got calf cuts right there, going on twisting at the calf, pivoting and twisting at the ankle, and that is about it. Same on this side as on this side. But yeah, I'm loving these straps around the thighs right here, which looks very good. Loving this face sculpt. This face sculpt is very beautiful. The eyes are nice and even. I love the dark lipstick, or the dark lips that they've given her. I love the nice symmetrical look of her face. Everything looks beautiful on this figure. Definitely worth a buy. And more than likely, you can find her on sale. It's just sad that I don't think she's going to be a fan favorite due to certain changes within the story. Goes to show you how a cartoon or a show can ruin a wonderful toy right here. This looks good. This looks very good. I had no choice but to get it because I saw all the accessories and how she looked inside the box, and I thought it was amazing. Now let's see what she looks like with the head. You take this one off and put on the breathing apparatus. Wow, this looks good. I actually even like her with this. And once I get the hang of how this cloak goes, this is going to be even better. Get some nice cloak action going on with the helmet on. With this look like the Sneak Man helmet. You get this going. This will be real nice. And yeah, you can add the blast effect right here. Right into the arm right there. And there you have the blast effect. Look at that. That looks great. That really looks good. Again, you know, I love these Masterverse figures, man. They look great. I do like some Origins because I will be reviewing, what was that? Ram Man. I have Ram Man from Masterverse or from Motu Origins. Because Ram Man means something to me. He was one of my first Master Universe action figures, and I love the way they did him in the Master Universe Origins. But yeah. So what we're going to do, we're going to take some pictures with her and her cloak on, and we will come back with our final review. Okay, guys? So I mean, as a whole, I now that I figured out how to do this cloak right here, this puts a completely different spin and aesthetic to this figure. This figure looks great. It is beautiful. And I'm not just saying it for no diversity's sake or anything like that. You know what? This character would have been absolutely awesome if they just brought her in as a new character instead of just replacing her with her white counterpart, or like who the white original character, and making her. Do I mind? In a way, now that I got the toy in hand, I'm loving this toy. There's a lot of possibility, like action, like posing possibilities and weapon possibilities that you can get going on with her. And I love the way, if you see how I have the cloak up around her neck, over covering over her mouth and everything like that, it looks great, and it has a nice long look to it. I found out that you take it from around and you bring it around, because there's a piece of Velcro on the back of it. I'll show you right here. There's a piece of Velcro right here. Let me bring this a little bit closer so you guys can see. There's a piece of Velcro right here, and you can literally get all sorts of fashion options going on with it. Me, myself, I want it coming over her nose and mouth and stuff like that, so it looks great. And it looks great even with the snake helmet too. I love this figure. This figure is nice. Again, these Masterverse figures look terrible in the box, but once you get them out the box, they are beautiful. I am loving, I mean, absolutely loving this figure. Didn't like a character within the show. I didn't think it was too bad or anything like that. I just don't like race swapping. I don't feel as though it's necessary. I can handle like a little bit here and there, but when you totally change a person's core elements to something else just for the sake of diversity and all this other stuff, the character loses its luster, and nobody ends up really liking. They may say they like it, but if that was the case, her action figure wouldn't be sitting up on the shelf just warming the pegs. That's it. Now me, I take a chance just because, regardless of how I feel about certain things, and if I'm going to review figures or whatever the case may be, I still take a chance. And I love just about every character or every figure within this line, regardless of its origins within the Master Universe Revelations series. But yeah, this is a beautiful figure. And she's coming in at about, let me see. I'm loving that cloak, man. That cloak makes her look even better. She's coming in at like 6.5 inches right there. Here it's sculpted very, very well. Here she is next to Master Universe Classics, Teela. See? Move this a little bit over. Bring it a little bit closer. Here she is next to her homie, Teela again, right here. But this is the Master Universe Revelations, Teela, and they fit very well together. I actually really like these figures together. I really do. I'll just look at these as the post-apocalyptic, which is pretty much what they were. Post-apocalyptic Teela and Andra. Andra looks great right there. Man, I'm liking this. I like the tactical or like paramilitary look she has going on. And then when you put the cloak around her face right there, you can have it like cover her eyes or whatever the case. You can bring up the hood a little bit right there, but you got to sort it, But you can like I said before, you take the Velcro from back here, and then, you bring it up. But you can get all sorts of funky poses. You can, like, actually drag it down a bit, have it, like, looking like it's hanging off a shoulder and stuff like that. I am loving this figure. And the soft goods on it are actually good because you can literally get it to wrap around her, too. But you have to maneuver it a bit with the Velcro in the back. But this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful figure. I am loving it. I didn't think I was going to like it because I was a little bit hesitant to do it. I was like, this is going to be ugly. But again, just like the Star Wars Black Series figures look a little cheap inside of the package until you pull them out, so do the Master Universe Masterverse figures. You got to give them a chance. They're actually very beautiful figures. And no, I'm not being endorsed by Mattel or anything like that, but I think they're great. And here she is next to He-Man, dun, 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 dun. Looking great. I am loving this right here. Here she is next to He-Man, Motu Origins He-Man. Looking great. Now, again, as I stated before, my problem with this is the fact that they keep race swapping characters, which I think is completely unnecessary. This character right here was literally done injustice by just literally having her replace her original white counterpart. If they could have brought her in as any character. Because see, that's what I'm gonna be honest with you. Most real, I would say, Master Universe fans or fans of the brand or whatever the case may be, we're not worried about color. We wanna see what you can do, or what powers you possess, or what you represent, so on and so forth. Her right here would have been much better if she just came in as a regular character. If they brought her in, hell, you know what? Looking at her right now, she could have came in as a mercenary or like, somebody that was an anti-hero or something like that. Look at this outfit. This would have been perfect within Master Universe. And then she has the helmet here that you can like, kind of like, how can I say? She has the helmet here that you can take and, pretty much put on there, which was cool. Like, she would have been cool with her own story arc as just being a separate character, a no-name character, or kept this helmet on until it was revealed that she was Andra, or possibly Clamp Champ's sister, or, a distant relative of Decker or something like that. It would have been cool. It would have been real cool. But no, you had to race swap them. But yeah, that's just my little rant on it. I am loving these figures. And be sure to check out toughnerdtoys.com. We have relaunched our store. Come through there. I always have sales going on. Competitive pricing, so on and so forth. I don't carry everything, but I carry a lot of stuff that you may be interested in. So yeah, check us out. And with that being said, that brings this review to a close. Please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share this video. And also, don't forget, when you buy a toy, what do?